Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Recovering.
Welcome,
COVID
welcome to
has,
the podcast.
COVID has been hard, lah. I didn't know it affected me so badly.
In about 1 month,
More than a month, 2 months. Now.
more.
Only now I'm working out. I feel like I'm back, but not 100%, but 80%, but I'm good.
That's
How have
good.
you been? How
That's
have
good.
you been? You have finished your dissertation. You've submitted. Now
I
you're...
have finished my dissertation. The job application process is full of rejection. Luckily, I am pretty thick-skinned. Not really. Just keep going, lah. Okay, so I wanted to start the top of the episode with this game. So I played it the other day with my friends, and it says, what's one thing if somebody said about you, you would be very upset about? It's just not true about yourself. So for me, I was like, oh, if someone says I was a liar, I'm not a liar. I literally don't lie.
Somebody says I care.
What would you answer?
I think I'll be very upset if somebody says he care.
If you care.
Yeah,
Please, you care.
I don't care.
Really? Why?
I think it's a weakness. I think when they say you care, they can manipulate you. You know? So I don't want anybody to say I care. I don't want anybody to know I care.
What word would you use instead?
Sorry?
Why would you say? I don't think, in what word would you prefer to use? Because you do, like, you are bothered about the things you do.
I think the word, if somebody says you care, it's like almost a weakness they can use to manipulate you. So I really don't like, I'm probably going to say, nope, I don't want to be known as I care. No, maybe I do, but I will not allow it to be abused. So I think what they say about me, that if they say me a liar or something, I don't care. But if they say I care, I think they found a way to manipulate me. That's what I think.
Like the intention behind it is manipulative.
It's best. What if they say about you, you'll be disturbed?
If they say I'm a liar,
Okay.
I'm not a liar. I wish I could lie better. If I ever get caught doing something, did you do that? Yeah.
Should be easy for interrogation.
Did you say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would lie for someone else. I wouldn't lie about myself. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Anyway, answer the question. What if someone said about you that you would feel very insulted about?
Maybe I'm not for real. I probably will get very offended. Because I think I'm...
You?
Oh, yeah. Somebody say, you're not for real. I'm like, no, I'm for real. Maybe.
I'm as real as they get, motherfuckers.
Yo. Look at this girl. She was okay until she did a master's. She'll be cured when she does a PhD.
Okay. Wait, what was Anba's answer?
Anba, your answer? What is there if they say about you, you'll be offended? Lying? There is a lie.
Yes.
You both all what? Were raised similarly, yeah? Hey, what's the topic for the day, madam?
Okay, so we're going to revisit a topic that I think we've done before, ages ago, I think. Because we did disappointment last episode, right? And like disappointment's a little bit like heavier. But what comes after it, in my opinion, is hopefulness and having hope. And I thought we can talk about that a little bit.
You see, and before we go into it, I want to kind of make a comment on this podcast. We've been doing how long now? A year plus?
89 episodes.
This 89th episode? Oh my God, we have done. You see, a lot of the talk are merely to get by, We are sorting out some problems. This is like, we have spent 89 episodes contemplating how to get by, how to be okay, how to live an okay life. I think we haven't got into the serious discussion of thriving, growing, challenging, the real work. For now, it's just getting by. I just want to be healthy, not super fit. I just want to have no pain. I want to get by. I think slowly, Apshi, we should graduate from that. And this is good. A lot of people are relating. A lot of people come to me, I listen to the episodes. Oh my God, thank you. But I think what we are probably talking is how to get by, how to make sense of life. I think somewhere I want to get more serious about challenging. Because if not, the theme will just be Life is as it is. How can I survive this life? No, 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 no. I am not trying to only survive this life. I'm going to thrive. I'm going to change. I'm going to make an
But
impact.
don't you
Just,
think hope
huh?
is a starting point for that?
Sorry?
Don't you think hope is a starting point for
I
that?
think hope is the starting point. I think the word hope is wrong. Hope is always associated with hopelessness. I think because we don't have a better word to use, we use word hope, but we define hope is something I can do. It can become more than this. When I'm facing life is only this. It can be more. It's like this, if you take financial world, like Appa just started something called the pivot point. It's a global network. Majority just want to pay bill, buy a house, get by, don't get broke. But somewhere there they realize maybe I can get out of this rat race. Maybe something can be more. No, maybe something can be better. Hey, what is the new staff name? What's the name? We have a new girl working for us named Ruby. She's a baby, she's about your age, not your age. I think older 1 year. Look at her.
Younger, bro.
No, she's older. She's 1 year older than you, and she has a baby. She got two babies. What are you doing? And if I look
You want
at
me
her, no, if I'm just using Ruby as an example, probably the entire goal is married, have two children. Okay, I settle down, I build a home, I be happy, buy a house, maybe have some money, and it's just coping with life. It's not yet. I'm going to get out of this trap. I'm going to change something. I'm going to live more. You understand, Abshi? So hope has to be when something happen. Something happened, like Appa stumbled upon it because I didn't fit this world. I couldn't be employed, or it was very difficult to be employed. I just could not take nonsense from people. So I had no choice but to create an alternate life for myself. I had to break through even my business, whatever I did. I was going away and I was not worried about retirement. I was not worried about the government looking after me, even though they will. But I was like, no, I'm going to change. I don't want my children to go through what I did.
Mm.
Like the other day, something happened to Appam. I was telling your mother, I was sleeping after the program all finished. I was at home sleeping. I said, I got up with this panic, not a panic. And I realized that all I did was for you girls. When I saw you all born, I got up and I said, I'm doing this. Sometimes I take nonsense from people. And I was thinking maybe the tiredness of taking nonsense from people was me woke up and said, I'm just doing this for my kids. At least 30 years ago, I think it's spilled on. And Aishi getting a promotion and you doing your master's probably relieved me to say, no, 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 no. I'm not taking shit anymore, which means there's a hope, right, Abshi? That life
Yeah.
can be different. Even at my state, with what I have achieved and accomplished and the lifestyle I live,
And it's just that you're like so old.
I'm not that old. No. What's wrong with her? Abshi? I am not old. Nobody dares to count my age.
Oh my god, this is why people hate me in the comments. Okay, please go on.
Yeah, hater in the comment. I'm not old. I'm just mature. If I'm in a wine cellar, I will have
I also
price.
tapped my beard because I thought it would suit me.
Yeah, I just dyed it white. No. What I thought was, like, I just numbed down and just did what I had to do. Even though I broke through financially or in many aspects, that was still there. Oh my God. I was like, I woke up and said, I'm taking this shit for my kids. That was it. That was it. I started doing it for you girls. Of course, my work has a significant, I agreed. But I'm talking about the primal instinct, right? Now, do I have a hope that it can be different? Yeah. In some sense, I'm officially retired. I'm not going to do what I did before. I'm going to do it differently. Whether it succeed or fail, I don't care. Whether it makes it or not, I don't care. So I think hope, Apshi, is this all is going to be? I think in the beginning, coping was good. Like go to school, pass your exam, get your certificate is all most people think about. But somewhere you realize maybe I can get A's, maybe I can be the top, maybe I can be world class.
Yeah.
And I think that is the most important thing. Without that, I think there is no more energy, because you can only get by that long. You get numb, you get dull.
I think that what I've been telling myself lately, right? Like it's not so much about hope in anybody else. It's just hope in yourself. It's like I keep telling myself, I hope this works out. But if it doesn't, I'll be okay. But I hope it does.
No, that means you're saying, I believe I am more than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do a program now in Malaga, in Spain. There's a place we're trying to buy. And part of that program, the essence, this is the final. This is the completion of a 30-year work. I've done it. That means I've produced probably, if people study, they study about 50 books to get to where this point is. And the theme of that book is, I'm more than this. No matter what I am more than this. This is not the end to me.
Yeah.
When you say, no matter what happened, I'll be okay, you're saying, I know I'm more than this. Hope is you haven't touched it yet, but you believe it.
Yeah, it's like I believe there is more, I can be more, and I want this more thing that could be present in my life. But I also know that I'm okay.
No, you're okay, meaning you know you are more than all this. And the more has not died. Like Apshi is not ending. Like I know the Apshi, the baby, the teenager. Now I know the Apshi, the lady. There is more. This is not the end of Apshi. I think if it's the end of you, you collapse. I think if your vision dies that I can be more, like all the boys now working, I'm saying very soon we'll Ruby too, we'll carve out a future for you. This is not all. You do what you have to do now, but you're going to work to be this. You're going to work to be this. You're going to work. I think when the more ends, you die, One can only live maintaining status quo that long, especially if it's a relief. I paid my rent, I paid my bills. It can only last that long. I think if the more is not there, you cannot not get up every day and move on. Like I want to get out of what I've been doing. So even though I love it, I think I do an amazing job, but I'm done. I'm done. Now I dictate who I teach. I dictate who I'm with. I dictate who I let in. That's not when you ask the word care. It's almost like I'm positioned to care. Sometimes I say I care about teaching. I don't really care whether you learn. It's for you to care. Then I end up with people saying, fix me, but they don't care fixing themselves. So, hope is Apshi. This is not the end of Apshi. There is more to discover about Apshi. I think like if you're in a relationship or you're in a job, you are in anything, you want to be in something that works, but you also want to be with something that is going to allow something more. Like Anba is a CEO now, and the whole world opens up. Hopefully I've trained him well. He's going to discover a side of him. He's going to discover something more that has been brewing. We've been grooming him. Now he steps into the more. His life begins. There is energy. I think when you lose imagination of the more you can be as you, life ends. If you cannot see, I can be anything more. If I trap myself only to be this, based on habit and experience and events, like the sacred work, is a discipline they undertake, not to be limited by everything that has happened to them. They are not denying what has happened. They are not denying the effect of what has happened, but they will not deny there is more. I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you're talking about.
And I think that like, I don't think that this is like saying that like the world is like doing us and we have to find hope. Like it's more of like having it for yourself.
Yeah.
It's
about
like
yourself.
Yourself.
About yourself. Okay, let's go into this. No, let's go into this, Apshi. We divide the hope into many aspects, Apshi. One, my life will improve. The government will improve. The world will improve. One hope. There are good people on earth, okay. But I think eventually we come back to the hope that I can be more than this. This is not the end of me, you understand? And I think that's the like I've been studying a lot of the artists, Picasso, Rembrandt. Just now I was listening to something by Banksy. What? Banksy, the graphic artist. He is doing some real stuff. He's breaking
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of his fan on his revolution. I think he's waking, like how the Renaissance time woke. Did you know when Monet sent his painting, they sent it back, they didn't want. They said it's not art.
Because
But
it was
he broke
impressionist.
something, right? Because for him, it ended just painting like Rembrandt or the pre-Renaissance or the Renaissance period. So I think what we need is a personal revolution that I have not
Mm.
condemned. This is all I am. Like would you say
Mm.
after you finish your masters, you are different, that you have more horizon? Would you say that?
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
left Malaysia because you cannot see the more of you.
Yeah.
I think in Malaysia, you couldn't see the more of you. And when you go to London, even though you live crappily now, I think the vision of you. So can I emphasize, we are using a very bad word called hope, but could it be my sight over me? This is not
Yeah.
all there is. There is more.
Yeah. Like just the belief that not even the belief, just like actually seeing yourself to be like, I actually want more. And like, I'm not going to pretend that I don't, and I can't, and I don't, you don't deny yourself that a lot of people do because they want to be humble. But it's not like, it's not the same thing.
No, it's not
You can still
humble.
want.
No, it's not humble, Apshi. People want you to be. I just want to decide you are like this. And I hold on because that's all I saw. And I hold you only to that. If you change, you betray my sight.
Mm.
You understand? If you change, like that day I was still Anbadis and I saw him with Visu. They were in the temple, they passed by. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God. Because I've never seen him like that. As a couple, as
Mm.
with his woman. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I will always remember that side. That means to say, I never held him to this. It didn't insult me. It made me happy. For someone else, it
Mm.
might be an insult. You're not supposed to be that. Even though they don't intend badly. Like I walk into a house, I expect things to be where they are. If they're not there, I'm a bit confused, right? So in that
Mm.
action, are people holding you just to be this? And in order to fit in, you must remain this. And by that, you deny the more of yourself to be part of people, right? And
Yeah.
you almost make a promise: I will not be more. I will not shock your sight. If like Bradley walks in, lost another 10 kilo, I'll be very upset.
Oh my God. For context, Bradley is my baby cousin's boyfriend who is now behind the camera.
No, he needs to be chubby. He loses weight, I'll be very upset.
No need to talk about Bradley on the podcast.
No, he's under training, so he needs to get tortured. While insulting him, he must hold the camera steady. That's the training. That's the training. While wiping his tears, hold the camera straight. There.
And then in this moment, the camera like.
No, again, Apshi, let me see. I don't know whether you are really penetrating this. Based on my environment, I become a person, right? I become a certain, like this happens in the village more. You cut the same hair, you wear the same clothes. You cannot shock anybody. By that, you deny there is anything more. And whenever you deny anything more, there is no life. Right? I think ego is when you have condemned you and you want to cheat another, you are something more. That's ego. You already condemn, you think I'm only this, then you do something to lie to everybody and people go and say, no, you're lying. But another thing is for me to have that side over me unbroken. Right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
And I think that's the real truth of hope, of faith, and all that word that makes one's energy flow. Right?
So you think when you say hope is tied into faith?
I think so. Hope is, I can't see it yet, but I believe I can. Faith is, I have seen it, I'm banking on it. Right? Hope is like, yeah. It's like, I want to believe there's more to me. Faith is when you know there is more and you're banking on it, and then there's the actuality of it. So we break it down into the 3 words. Like a lot of people, it happens in their mid-20s, or late 20s. They come to see, they think, I'm only this. And then they find job and life to compensate for what they are. And then if they find a life that compensates what they are, the life won't let them out. Right? I think you have not just hope, you have faith. You know you can be more. That's why you left. You know there is more to you. You're going and trying to find life that will provoke that. Like I always say this, when I met your mother, I saw something in me that I didn't know I had. Like, oh, I can be there for another person that much. I can love. I found another person, which is my sight that was blocked about me, that was opened. So was I in love with her, or was I falling in love with what more I can be? I think both happen. And I think the day that dies, that energy is not there.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the most important thing people must do. Have you quit? So I think hope is blindly believing. Faith is having sight. Because just this won't do, Apshi. No matter where you are, just this won't do. Then you're just maintaining status quo, right?
Because it's not about hope, or even because those are all you still have that. It has to be with action, right?
Yeah.
It can't just be.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm going to get a job. I have to actively apply.
Then you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. If there is hope, it will translate to an action, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're hopeless, if a snake comes to you, you're just going to faint. If there is hope, you will mount a response. So based on the action you mount, shows whether you have hope or you are collapsed. When I said your hope or you have collapsed. And I think this is the healthy state of being, which rarely we measure. We just say, how's life? All good. How you're doing? Okay, I'm coping. Everything is good. Life cannot just be a coping situation. Even though there are times we have to cope because there is a storm. But life must be a sailing process. You're going somewhere. You are growing. You are discovering. And I must add this, my own knowing of me might prevent me from know the more of me, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people who lost hope end up in cults and ridiculous beliefs and things, and just to survive. Because it must be a hell if you can't see anything more of you.
Yeah. I feel like that hopeless feeling, and I don't want this conversation to be like situated within hopelessness, but that is, we have to acknowledge it, right? That hopeless feeling is the worst. You are paralyzed by it. You can be manipulated by it.
Right.
It's not like disappointment, because we talked about disappointment last week. Disappointment is more just sad. I don't feel it's as paralyzing as hopelessness.
I think hopelessness is the quiet kill. Hopelessness is when you see somebody resign. I tell you one story happened to Appa. I must have been, 19, 20. I was studying astrology in this institute, and we were all doing. And there's this one guy, it's a bit of maybe 5 feet 7 inches, a bit chubby, fair, kind of I don't know, works in a mid-range, very mild mannered, nice guy. So we all, after the astrology, we'll go to the tea shop, drink tea, blah, 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 chit-chat, and then go back home. And 2 o'clock in the morning, I had a message that he caught fire. I'm like, what? He caught fire. So we ran to the hospital. I don't know whether I told you the story. He is like 3rd degree burn or 4th degree burn. He went home, had a fight with his girlfriend, poured petrol on him and set fire.
Oh, he set himself on fire.
On fire. 3 days later, he died. But I think what happened to him, he died. I think, and the girlfriend was interesting. I think for him, he was losing hope. He was coping and he thought this girl was his way for something more. I have my own psychology.
He was losing his goddamn mind.
No, he must have had some mental issue, but he set fire and he died. That means what happened? He cannot imagine anything more. If the girl lives, he still has a job. He still had friends. He still, not necessarily I'm his friend. I was friendly with him, but I meet him once a week in the astrology class. But the strangest thing is we all were looking at each other and said, what the hell happened? That moment, He couldn't see anything more of him, and what was here was not enough. And I think he decided to kill himself. Like this, Abshi. What I see can only be enough if there is a promise of more. If what I see is all there is, you die. That is why the study of enlightenment and the esoteric science, when it's very rarely, it's just again used as a coping mechanism for the hopeless people. They hallucinate. When it becomes a real thing, for the first time something happens, Abshi. So it is your job not to get to a space that you cannot see a more, and you cannot give the responsibility to somebody else. I think if somebody say they love you, they don't only love what you are, they also love what more you can be. The others say the word I love you, but they want you to remain the same, which means they want you to be hopeless. You follow? Not that being where we are, we cannot survive, but just surviving won't do. And I think this is an incredibly serious topic. Like must ask all your friends, do you see the more of you? What is the more of you? If it's denied, you will die. What is the more you can be? If that was denied, you will be devastated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can go through hell, I can do businesses, I can do my work, I can tolerate irritating people. If I know someday I can be free of it. Like I was telling, I did it, I started because of my kids. Fundamentally, the financial part, I will still do this for doing sake. Then it's nothing to do with that. Then I don't care. Some people I don't want to talk to. I'll say, get out. But can only continue if I know that day is promised. If let's say I feel, oh my God, am I going to tolerate these idiotic people? Well, I want to get up and punch that face, which I have occasionally. Like, if I have to do this for the rest of my life, I don't know that I can do it. So that hope is needed. The hope means I can see a way out. I can see another way of living, right? And here Appa saying this, that is up to you to do it. I think that is up to you to do it. Because most people, when they see you, they want you to be consistent. You know what I mean? If Bradley grows his hair more, I'll be a bit disturbed. He's your disciple, Anba. He's losing his hair a little while.
Oh my God, leave him alone.
No, I'm not going to leave him alone.
No, actually don't leave him alone.
Yeah. He's under training. Anba is the primary trainer, I'm the secondary. Anba is too nice. But maybe after marriage, he might change, She.
Oh my God, I can't imagine actually getting married. That's not even
Why you can't imagine him getting married? I want him not to be my problem. Now he's the girl's problem.
My little baby cousin, I can't imagine it.
His baby cousin, can I imagine it? The day after he marries, I leave to Spain.
Are you serious?
Yeah. On the 6th. Yeah.
Wait, oh, you mean Anba? I thought you were talking about Bradley and Lakshi. Gave me a heart attack.
Gave you a heart attack?
Attack?
Bradley is the kind of name you give a dog.
Oh my God, leave him alone. But back to our topic.
Whenever they call him Bradley, I want to take a treat out.
Can give him a chocolate.
Bradley, this is how it's going to be for a long, long time, Bradley. Unless he believes he's going to be.
I actually thought you meant Brad. Lakshi were getting married. I was like, nobody informed me again?
Yeah. Nobody informed her again. Why are we talking about our personal life online? I really don't like it.
You keep bringing Bradley up.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, back to hope. Back to hope.
No, I think the question I asked, people must ask their friends and each other, what is it about you if you realize you will never actualize, it will never come to pass as you, that you will feel like I cannot go on.
And when you have that answer, what does it mean?
I think you will have the energy to live. Then you will have energy to go through things. Like if I ask you, Abshia, what is it about you? If they say you can never wake up to be in the future, they will kill you or depress you. What will you say?
I don't know. Like, what? Can you give me an example? I don't even know how to answer that question.
I think if you ever were denied being someone that will affect the world, that in your work and in your state that you cannot reach and help more people in the world, I think you will collapse. I think
Mm.
as much as you want a personal life, I think that there's a part of you that wants to reach out to people. If let's say you lose that, I think you'll collapse. Don't you think so?
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
others are very important for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only on
I
your
don't know. I
personal.
can't
Eh?
answer that question. I don't know the answer.
Sorry?
I can't answer the question. I don't know the answer.
I think you
Let
must
me think
figure
about
I think
it.
you must figure it out. And that's your
Mm.
more, but now the more must not cost the less either. Because being the more, something about you is fulfilled. Like you said, I'm not a liar. You're not selfish. I am not only for me, I'm for all. Something gets actualized, you understand? Like maybe for Appa, when you asked the question, I said, I'm for real. I want to for real do this. If let's say I realize I cannot do this for real, I hang out with monkeys and egocentric people, I think I would die. Like if I can't find a disciple that will inherit what I've come to, enough people that can inherit what I've come to, if I lose hope, I think I would be in trouble.
Mm.
I think I would be really in trouble. I think I'll lose the zest for living. Which means the state of being for real is still in progress.
Mm.
You understand? It's still in progress. No? Like I for real deciphered something. I for real figured out that formula. I for real put something down for all. For real.
Mm.
Even if I don't make it till I die, it must be a burning light, isn't it? Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If not, in order to fit in, to satisfy everybody's mind, we just end up being consistent. And in that consistency, I deny the more of me. And I think when the more is denied, you become hopeless. And when you're hopeless, you become very destructive.
Mm.
So Bradley must have hope. Someday I'll be nice to him.
I just feel like you can't, like, the hope of getting what you want must also, like, you must also meet it with the, like, belief that you'll be okay if you don't get it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Which means
Because
this.
it might come a different way than you
Yeah,
picture.
yeah, yeah. You are coming quite. Yeah, yeah. That means you are saying I have the hope, but you're also saying I'm preparing myself in case if it doesn't happen, I'll still be okay, so I can go after it. Which means
Yeah,
you
and
have
also because
hope.
I have faith in myself. Yeah.
Yeah, you have hope, and you're pursuing your hope. You're just worried if it doesn't turn out the way you think, I'll still be okay. That means my hope will not die. I'll still hope some more.
Mm.
One instant should not kill that hope, right?
Yeah.
Mm. And I think for a lot of people, that's what happened. When something goes wrong, they become hopeless. And I think that's what you're trying to say. If it doesn't work out, you don't kill your hope. I think that's exactly what you're saying. I'll be okay. That means I will not deny it can happen again. I can find another way to get it, right?
Mm.
We are just one step ahead. I'm just starting here,
Yeah.
hope, and you're saying, what happened if I hope doesn't happen? You're saying, I'll be okay. That means you're actually saying, I will not lose hope. Even right now, it looks futile.
Mm.
Isn't it? I think like,
Yeah.
like for the audience, especially for younger people, I think somewhere in their late 20s, early 30s, they wake up, they start seeing reality. It's not
Mm.
all I imagined it to be. And when they meet reality, sometimes they become hopeless and then they exaggerate surviving. I think you must be kind of a fool that doesn't give up hope. which I think
Yeah.
a lot of people want you to give up hope so they can become the pain relief for the hopeless existence.
And I think a lot of people want to give up hope because then we don't have any, we're not working towards anything,
There
we're
we
not,
go.
there's nothing to be disappointed about because I don't expect anything. I don't hope for anything. I don't want it to be better. It also makes makes life like worse, but it also makes life like unbearable. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like the body, one of the most important hormones, I think, is growth hormone, right? They say as you get older, your growth hormone becomes lesser. Like that's why fasting increases your growth hormone by 1,000% and all that. Growth hormone means I'm growing towards something. As long as my body believes I'm growing towards something, it's going to be healthy, it's producing the growth hormone. The moment there's no growth hormone, then repeating your 40th birthday for 21 times would be a bit distressing.
I'm with you on that one. I sent you the 40 balloons.
Thank you. Thank you. Just been
I
repeated.
think we've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
What's our time? What's our time at?
I think we have about 45 minutes, huh? Yeah, good. You can leave it at this.
Let's wait. Let's wrap it. Let's wrap it.
You
nicely.
do it.
Let's
You
wrap
wrap
it.
it.
Nicely. Let's think about hope, right? Because it's not going to be persistent. You're not going to be persistently feeling like this. You're going to be feeling disappointed. You're going to be sad. You're going to be hopeless. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be miserable. That's part of it. But when you are in a state like that, where do you find the ability to be hopeful or to have hope even in yourself?
I don't know, Ma. I think if it becomes clinical and you need to find help, you need to find a therapist, you need to find...
Out of it, because
No. This has to be said. You
Yeah.
have to find therapists and psychiatrists and all that. But let's say in a normal state, you are going blind, you can't see. That's what you're asking, right? You're asking where do they begin, right? Start looking at other people and get inspired. Look at people who have pulled themselves out.
But I also think it's for me personally, this is me and me. There's a point where it's you know what, I can do it. I believe in myself. I can do it.
Yeah.
You just snap into that. If it's just me alone and that's how it's going to end up being, I don't want it to be like that. I want a job, I want a marriage, I want all of this. But I would rather have it be the best it could possibly be than settle for something that makes me feel hopeless.
No, but you also have a history that you have done this, Abshi. You have accomplished so many things. Let's say somebody doesn't have that. They've lived an ordinary life. They've lived a simple life. I give this insight, Amma. There's this Eastern thing called enlightenment that happened to Appa. You know what? I live out the proof that it can happen to an ordinary man. I'm not special. I'm not anything. I'm just a guy from a fishing village who studied and somehow this happened to me. I think I restore that hope because when I was studying with all the masters and even the fake guys that I run to, they exaggerate themselves so much. I was not that guy. They've never been angry in a day of life. They have never done this. They have never done that. I'm like, oh my God, they're vegetarian and I've killed animals. And I'm like, oh my God, that's not for me. But as I was going, when I met J. Krishnamurti, he looked ordinary. They said, hey, I can do this too. Right? And I have lived a life saying this can happen to anyone, is nothing special. It's like becoming successful, We always think they are somebody special. When they meet an ordinary man who became successful, you feel like, hey, I'm like you too. I too can aspire to this. You follow?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you go look at people. Don't buy the lie. Like I used to be on the stage speaking with these so-called successful people and I got to know a bunch of them. Most of them are liars. I say, why do you say that on stage? Why don't you say you get up at 8 o'clock? Why do you have to say you get up at 5 o'clock? Why do you have to say you are this perfect? I follow this 8 principle. I say, don't bullshit me. But they are playing a role that they think people want to hear and people want that special thing. I feel, Abshi, you're asking for a quick solution. Go and look at ordinary people who have made it. You will restore your hope. If not, you're blinded by very unnatural expectations, unnatural lies, unnatural things. I think you collapse because you buy into needing to be special and you catch yourself ordinary. Very few people say an ordinary man, like you see Nelson Mandela, now they make him special. He was just a freedom fighter who ended up in prison, who somehow, in the hands of faith, rose to be that man, but his beginning was humble, right? Like the narcissistic people, they claim to be so special that nobody can match it. They are the one who's making you disappointed. So if you say somebody is hopeless, go look at people, the good people who are honest, then you know, oh, I can do this. I also messed up. I don't know whether that helps, She.
I think it does. I think it does.
Okay, you finish it up. You round it up. What would you say? Your definition of hope.
I think like for me, I feel like I mean like give 3 fun facts about yourself. For me, hopefulness and being hopeful is it's very, very powerful. You gotta fight to keep it. I don't think it's innate in anybody. I mean, I can say it's easier for me because you said it to me the other day. It's like I'm always shocked when people are not like wanting the best for me because I've been surrounded by people who wanted the best for me my whole life. That I get that I come from a place where it's easier for me to be hopeful than not. But I think if you have it, or even a little bit, you should fight for it because I don't see how you can live a life without it. I don't see how your life can be better without it. Being hopeless and thinking having no expectations is not the way to get what you want. It can feel like you're protecting yourself, but you're not.
You see, she always says it better than I do. I have hope for the future that she will carry on the message and you will be. See, I'm finishing it with great hope that this work will continue.
Oi.
Okay? Bye, darling.
Thank you, guys. If you have any podcast suggestions, drop it in the comments, please.
Okay. Bye, darling.